here we go. Everything's weird looking. It's recital day. Like every once in a while I get little twinges in my belly, but other than that, I think I'm doing okay. It can't be any worse than, okay, knock on wood, it won't be any worse than the dress rehearsal, but, I think since the sound guy didn't show up yesterday, my worry is that he wasn't there when we're like, oh no, this needs to go up a little bit. Oh no, this needs to go down a little bit. Like, so he wasn't there. And, but other than that, I think if my teachers can get there early enough, then they can tell him. I love this. This is the Ferocious Brow Pencil from the Balm. I bought a new one because I used up the other one. It does seem to it uses up a lot of product, but I really like it. So, anyway, so we're just going to get ready and just go from there. Because I need to get dressed and get ready. My hair's done. My bun is kind of loose. I have my good hairpins are, I left them at the school just in case anybody needed them. So I only have like little crappy hairpins in there. Did I finish I've been trying to finish up a little, let me see, you know what, today, I think I'm just gonna throw everything out and just use my favorite things so I know it's gonna stick. Meaning, I'm gonna put my Lorac behind the scenes eyeshadow primer on because it's my favorite. I've been trying to use all the other ones, because I have a million of those Urban Decay ones. And, yep. I'm gonna do my favorite eye. I am gonna wear foundation because I have to talk in front of everybody. Ugh, it's the worst. Last year, I think I tried to do a little bit of a speech, but I'm not gonna do that this year. I'm just basically gonna say thank you to everybody and then do awards and then pass the mic on to the tap teacher. Because it makes me very nervous to talk in front of everybody. Okay, what are we doing? I need this and this. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Let's just get going. Trying to think of something to talk about. Oh, Avengers. How about that? Ah! If you haven't seen it, I'm sure that you have not been able to miss any of the spoilers, but it was a very good movie. And of course, I cried. My son cried. I want to go see it again, but without the kids, just because I think it was pretty traumatic. Not traumatic, but, I think it's like a defining line in their movie-going experience that, sometimes it's not a happy ending. But I want to go see it. I also want to go see Deadpool. We loved the first one. We loved the first one. I like that nowadays it seems like there's a lot more rated R adult movies. It seemed like there for a while there that it was hard to find a good R-rated movie, and then like Bridesmaids came out, and what other good ones came out? Spy. Oh, if you haven't seen Spy, oh, that's such a good movie too. But I like those hard R. I'm spending time and money away from my kids. I want to watch something that they can't watch, or that I don't have to watch with them. How's that? My boss told me last night, she's like, man, anybody else would have just been freaking out about stuff. And it's like, I'm really not that kind of personality. I mean, I'm sure that if human beings could show like the cartoon, like when you're so mad, like the steam comes out of your ears, that's probably what I would have looked like. But you know what? The show must go on. And it was just dress rehearsal. I probably would have been a little bit more upset if everything happened on actual recital night. But that's why you have a dress rehearsal. So you can work through all of that stuff. Basically, and it wasn't a terrible thing, but basically, the sound person didn't show up. And, which is interesting, because we paid them to show up. And we had no idea how to work anything. My husband like went up to the sound booth and was like, okay, I think I got that. Oh, that worked too. Okay. But we couldn't get the lights on right because I had no idea how to do any of that. And it was just a miscommunication. You know, he's done our sound before. I keep dropping this stupid foundation on the floor. And I'm going to have to lean over and pick it up. Look at how I have destroyed this. While I go lean down and get that, look how I've destroyed that eyeshadow. Isn't that crazy? There, I got it. I have another one of these, but it's my favorite. So I'm going to see how much I can get out of it. I might have to grab my other one. But it is my absolute favorite. It is Poker Face, I think, by Tarte. It's like their metallic eyeshadow single. Yeah, I love it so much. It's just great. But yeah, other than that, the dress rehearsal went fine. The kids were all fine. Oh, and because the sound was having issues, the hip hop kids didn't get on the stage when I wanted them to. They were gonna go on before because their instructor had something else that night. And so they needed to get on so they could practice and then leave. And that didn't happen. So by the time we got the sound on, it was later. And then they went on later. And then it pushed everything back. We still did okay on time. And tonight it should go faster. Our show is, I'm going to guess it'll clock at 2 hours, not including awards. And awards, hopefully we'll be able to get through those pretty quick. I'm not going to say a ton of stuff because it makes me want to throw up. And I may be an emotional mess, but hopefully I won't be. It's just some of it, like, I start my trophies, they get a trophy when they've done 5 recitals. So, I've had them 5, 6, 7 years. I've had some of them since they were 2 years old. 2 years old. I can't even believe that. I just can't. It's mind-boggling to me. And it makes me feel old. It does. But yeah, so I figured that I would put my makeup on and get to talk to you all, so then I wasn't so... I'm not really worried or anxious. I just have so much to do. Not only for my own dance stuff, but like since I'm over the department as well, like I have that kind of stuff too. Like I need to remember to put the reserve signs on the volunteer seats so they don't come in and try to sit when they drop their group off so they don't miss their kids' performance. Like it's like stuff like that. Like, I need to remember to go grab the cash box so they have place to put money so we can sell tickets. And it's really just all that kind of stuff. Which is going to be fine. Everything will be fine. My new boss, which I didn't say, like, my boss left. And, my old boss left. Now I have a new boss, and she's wonderful. She's worked with the organization that I work at for a really long time, and she's just not, like, branching out, like... She's kind of like what I do. Like, she helps her department, and, like, sometimes she teaches, and most of the time she's over everything. And same thing with me. Like, I teach, and then I'm over my part. But then, like, my boss left, and I need somebody else over me or working with me because I can't do everything by myself. And our department, like, the arts and education department is small. But I need somebody else over there, you know, just in case I need stuff. And she's been amazing to work with, so yeah. It was a hot mess of a couple weeks, but everything seems to be working out pretty well. So that's my favorite eye, and I'm actually going to put some eyeliner on and blend that line out just a smidgen, and it'll look better once I put my eyebrows on. Let me put a little bit more purple. Let me see if I can. Just intensify that right there in the center. I am down to the nubbins of this. I might just call it. But it's like, but then like I look at it. This is the one that I'm using right here. But then I look at it and I go, oh, I have a couple more uses out of that. I can totally use that up. So, yeah. I do wish it came in a palette. Like, I wish it came in like a little fourple something. Like a quad. I like using fourple. Threeple and fourple. You know, with something like a base and then a purpley blend and then that and then something a little bit darker to, you know, like wing it out. Maybe when I'm super famous and I do my own eyeshadow palette. And look, I painted my nails. Ooh, I used that Ades color that I got in my Ipsy bag. Excuse my cuticles. And it went on okay. I think if it had a better brush, it would be better. The brush is kind of crap. And I love Kathleen Lights, and I know she got in trouble, but dang, she makes a good nail polish. And her nail polishes have like the big fat nail, you know, like the nail brush. And I wish I would, and it was one of the reasons that I bought the first color and then I just bought another color. Because it has that fat brush. I wish that all nail polishes had that. You know, I put that moisturizer on and I did not wipe off my under eye. I am super sparkly now. Let's do this again. There we go. It's interesting to watch all these collabs. Nothing like this ever happened. Heck, I didn't even hear of the Sephora store, you know, for a really long time. I couldn't buy it at Kroger's. It didn't exist. But now with the internet and all that kind of stuff, and then I find stuff that I really like. Okay, there's that. Let me do my eyebrows. I think that eye color is gonna do it. Oh, you know what? Let me put eyeliner on. Looking over here, I need to find it. My favorite. Is it out? You know, I probably could have done this beforehand, but YOLO. Is this mine? Oh yeah. The color Oozy. I love the Urban Decay eyeliners. I need another mirror. I can't say it is 24/7 on me because I have really watery eyes, so I end up like it definitely comes off in the corners. Am I super glowy? Sorry. I'm super sparkly in my mirror. That poker face has crazy fallout, but I don't care. I love it so much. It's not like some fallout just makes your face look dirty. This, it just makes my face look sparkly. This one's bigger than this one. So, let's see what else is going on. Yeah, so just recital stuff. I know that's probably totally uninteresting to everybody that isn't, you know, in dance or care at all, but yeah, it's like the biggest part of my year. And it feels kind of, I don't know, it just feels different this year. Like, because we had a Christmas show, and it wasn't nearly as big, but it was still okay. But this is on, like, a big stage with the big music and the lights and the costumes and all of that, so. And it's so funny when people ask me, like, when their 3-year-old signs up for ballet and they want to do the recital, and they're like, so what do they do on stage? I'm like, they're 3. I don't know what they're gonna do. Most of the time, if I can get them out on the stage and not cry, that's a super win for me, because, you know, they're 3, and it's emotional, and for a lot of them, like, their parents will drop them off backstage, but I have group helpers, and so their parents don't need to stay. They can go sit out in the audience. And most of them do that. Some of them will kind of stick around until, like, their group goes, which is like, if you tell me you're going to help and volunteer and stay back there with them, I give you free tickets for you to give to whoever you want to. But if you don't tell me that you're going to stay backstage, then you don't get anything. So tell me ahead of time that you're going to stay back there, and then I give you stuff. Okay, I actually went on. See, I really like this foundation, especially since it, like, is a pretty good match for neutral, but I just could not get it to sit very well, and I kept using a ton. So I went online and I looked up some tips. So hopefully we can get it to behave. It says a pea size amount. Is that a pea? I don't think that's a pea. Okay, I think that's more like a pea size. And then it says to use your fingers. And this is the NARS, what is this? NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. In the color Deauville, which is L4. And said to dot it on. And then use your fingers. And then use a beauty blender. And we'll see how it really does, like that. Look at that little bit just went. It really, I know people kind of scoff and like, I can't believe you spent $45 on a foundation. It's like, yeah, but you only use a dab of it. More than likely you're going to get sick of it before you even use it up. As long as it still pretends like it's okay, then I will continue to use it. Okay, I will need to blend it just a smidge. You know what I'm going to do? I know I didn't say brush, but I'm going to take this big fat brush. I'm going to spray it with my Hangover 3-in-1 from, what is this from? Too Faced. And see if I can just, my forehead, y'all. And then I got some face monsters and to see. That's the thing, like my face, when I get a breakout, there's nothing there anymore. Maybe a little bit, I don't even know what that was, but like it stays colored and red and forever. My cheeks are super red. If you watched my Target video last night, like, or when I put this up, it'll be 2 nights ago, I ran around, and I'm not a runner, y'all. I can dance all day, but I'm not a runner, and I was running around like a crazy person. That music, with having the music guy not there, just completely threw everything off. And I kept telling the parents, like, no, I want to start at 6. I want to start at 6, and they can leave. The kids can leave when they're done, because it's just rehearsal. Like, I don't need them after. At the recital, they can't just like swamp backstage and sign their kids out. They have to wait till intermission, or they have to wait till the end. And it just threw me all off. I send emails to everybody, and I kept having to tell people that ballet was in the cafeteria. They weren't in the auditorium yet because I have so many. I can't have them all hopping over the seats and being crazy, because most of my kids are little, and it just doesn't work that way. So yeah, there's that foundation. I'm going to I wonder if I can't even get this to work. I'm going to see how it looks at the end of the night, but usually once it sits for a second, and then it looks really, really beautiful. I'm just not used to wearing full coverage foundations. I really like tinted moisturizers, and this has been my favorite. I actually almost have like halfway done, which is almost like that's almost like a tinted sunscreen and not just a tinted moisturizer. Okay, and it looks super white in the light. I wonder if we look at here. Watch, I'm gonna flip my light off. See? Then it doesn't look so terribly white. Ugh. But that, my ring light is very bright, and I sit very close to it. Dab, dab, dab. I need to do my eyebrows. I gotta do my eyebrows. Otherwise I'll sit in the car and I'll go, oh God, I forgot to do my eyebrows. And then everyone will be looking at me like, what did you do to your face? Can't believe I waited so long to start doing my eyebrows. I think it's amazing, especially since I'm getting older too. Like when I was younger, I thought that they looked pretty good without any product in them. But as I've gotten older, they've started to thin out a little bit. And I'm losing a big old patch of unblended foundation right there. There's that. Let me do my eyebrows while I'm thinking about it. But yeah, I really dig this this brow product. I like it because like I have that NYX one, which it's gonna be my empties this month. I didn't use it all up, but I like this one so much more. That NYX one, even though it says dark brown, it pulls super red, and this one doesn't. Even though it's dark brown again, it doesn't pull as much red. Like it really helps like blend in with my hair. But I like a dark brow. I have a makeup group on Facebook, and one of my friends asked, like, or she posted like is it Too Faced or Benefit? I think it's Benefit. They have like the colored eyebrow gel, and she asked if any of us would use that, and I said, you know, maybe if I had my whole head colored, you know, if I had like pink hair and I wanted to do like a pink brow, I could totally see that. But even with my hair this color, with it being like pink a little bit on the back and underneath, I think I still like a dark brow on myself. And you know, I figured out why a lot of beauty people, YouTubers, they won't do their brows on camera because it takes them forever. I know, I don't really hardly do them, but it does take a while. But I don't want my eyebrows to look identical. They're supposed to look like sisters, not twins, right? Right? Yeah, I really like this brow product. I didn't look and see if they had it at Sephora yet. I bought it on their website because it was the same price and I got free shipping. Spoolie's good. I like a stiff spoolie for my eyebrows. And then I need to clean it up because it looks weird on the side. why does it look weird? Like I go at my eyebrows. I think I need to go get them actually shaped. Usually I just do it myself. What do I need? Bronzer. But I think it's time for my once a year visit to get my brows shaped. I'm gonna go a little bit heavier with my bronzer because I'm gonna be on stage. But this isn't, I'm gonna put on here like recital time or something for like the get ready with me, but this is not recital makeup. Like I wouldn't probably wear this like if I was dancing. That's a whole nother bag of worms. But I am gonna contour just a smidgen, a little bit more. That's what I'm gonna be talking to. I have 90 of my own kids, and then everybody else. We have about 170, I think, total, which is super good. When I first started my first recital with this program, we had 65 total. Now we have 170. It's not too bad in 7 years. Okay. Work. Now I got that new Sonic Hashik brush. Where did I stick it? Where did I stick that new brush? Did I leave it in? Oh, I left it in when I did my video last night. I'm gonna use this brush. Blush brush. That's what it says it is. It says it's a blush brush. Let's give it a whirl. I like it. It has a nice, I don't know, it just has a nice feel to it. I'll have to go and check out her other stuff from at Target, like the Sonic Hashik line. I don't even know who that is, but it feels nice. The brush feels nice. It's soft. I'll dig it. I'll put that in my, I'll use that for blush more now. Highlighter, highlighter. Should I blind people? No. I have a silvery base shadow, so I need to do a silvery base highlight. I do. I prefer that. If you don't, you know, more power to you. But I don't like having gold and silver. Don't like that. I'm starting to get nervous again. I just, like I said before, it's not, I don't worry about the dancers. Everybody seemed okay. I have enough volunteers backstage. I wish I had some more, but everything is fine. So the kids are gonna all be safe. That's the number one thing. And then my husband gets all the groups back and forth to the stage. And yesterday, one of my mom helpers, who has been with me forever, she had to do it, and she knocked it out of the park. She was rocking it out. So, yeah, I wasn't worried at all. Let's do a bit of unders. I have no idea what I'm going to do with my lips, because I need to be able to take it with me. Because I will sweat everything off. Yeah, yesterday was so busy, like before the dress rehearsals started, like I didn't even have time to change my shoes. I danced, like my littles still need help, so I danced with them in my sneakers. I didn't even change into my ballet shoes. Then my older girls, they just go. I don't even need to help them. Which makes me cry. One of my groups, they were doing really good for being, you know, like they're 5, 6, 7, sorry. I have like one 4-year-old. And they were doing so good, and I was starting to get emotional, like I was gonna cry. And then they totally screwed up. Like, somebody ended up on the wrong end, so when it was the part, she was on the wrong side, and everything fell apart very quickly. And it made me, it almost made me happy because I could pull myself together. And then they did it all, and then they were fine. But it was like, I was starting to like, look at them, they're so little, and they're doing this all by themselves. And then they totally messed it up. Which is fine. It's hard going from studio space to, like this stage, like a real stage. One, they lose the mirror. And that, by far, is the most jarring thing for them. Is that they lose that mirror. I just poked myself in the eye. Big surprise, Jamie. Now I have glitter on my contact. And, like, oh God. There's no mirror. But most of them are fine. Especially a lot of them have done it before, and they might not really remember, you know, the first time they go on stage, but once they get up there, they're like, oh yeah, I remember this. And then it's fine. And I was laughing at my teens because they were just like, can we just go on? Can we just do it? Do you have to walk us out there like you did with the little kids? And I'm like, no, go ahead. They start the music, and they totally messed up. I was like, oh, you guys didn't even want me to walk you out here, huh? And it's just really spacing-wise. Like, they just can't. Their big mess-up was that they walk out onto the stage, and they have a certain amount of time to get to their spots. Well, it's further away at the recital than it is in our studio because I can't mark it. I can't mark it correctly. It's just hard. Not mark it like the grocery market, like mark their spots. Mark it. And so yeah, second time was fine. Then they just had little bumps, and you know. They're like, one of the times they're like, our hands clap together. I said, yeah, because you're standing too close to each other. They get nervous, so they stand really close. And I'm like, you have this huge stage. Get away from each other. I mean it. And yell at them the whole time. Not yell. Speak sternly. Like, this stuff I'm saying I haven't said 87 times already. You know what I mean? Get mascara right there. Really? Well, better than in my eyeball, I guess. So, thanks for listening to me ramble this whole time. There's just so much, I just have so much to do. Like, I have to lay out the trophies, and I have to make sure the sound guy, and I told him he has to be there super early. Because our recital doesn't start until 6, and I told him to be there at 5. And I don't even care. Because he's going to have to deal with that now. And my kids are easy, you know. Basically, he just needs to know, okay, am I starting the music, then they're coming on, or are they standing on the stage and then I start the music? Because that's how groups go. And some of the other ones, it's not like that. They have more explicit, more interesting directions to their music. And like the clogging person needs the music louder so her students can hear the music over their clogging. And then there's the tap teacher is like, well, I need it down so people can hear their tapping over the music. So yeah. All right, that's what I'm gonna go with, y'all. Let me spray. You know, I am worried. Like, I used this the other day, and then I've had like the weirdest rash, pink something that itches like crazy on my jawline. It's actually not doing too bad today, but I wonder if it was this. Ugh. Let that dry a little bit. Okay, what do we want to do for lip? It needs to be comfortable because I'm going to be jumping around all over the place. Should we just do my normal lip? That's so boring though. I always do that. But I always do it because I know it works and I know what it looks like. I'm almost done with this. I'm going to be so sad when it runs out. I need to swatch on my my fingers, my hands. I think I need the, should do the more pinky one. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. This did not take as long as I thought it was going to. Maybe because I knew exactly what I was doing. With me eyeballs, with everything except... I don't like that lip. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, definitely not. It's too pink, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Sorry, I switched my palettes from here. I have a storage thing on my desk now, and all my lip stuff is down here now. I just don't know. I'll just do this with no lip liner. If I wasn't dancing for the next 3 hours-ish and having to talk to people on a microphone, I would probably do a matte lip with this. But I need it to be comfortable. So that's all we're gonna do. Not too shabby. It looks, the foundation's set weird in these two spots. I need to press that everything in to and we're going to the school super early today. Because yesterday we went to the school and there was a bunch of desks on the stage that we had to move. And it took us like 20 minutes. So that pushed us back too, because that would have been the time that I marked the stage. Because my 3-year-olds can't separate themselves out because that's not developmentally appropriate to have them do that. So I have marks on the stage. And yeah, that's what I did. I think I lifted up some of this eyeliner just a smidgen. That's what I'm doing, y'all. And then I'm just wearing my hair like this, and then I have like a simple black wrap dress, and I have some sparkly sneakers that I might wear. I usually wear heels, but man, I really like these sneakers that I got. So yeah, I think I might just forego the heels tonight, and then I don't have to worry about trucking back and forth and anything. So thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me while I talk through my nerves and put my makeup on for tonight. So it looks so white here. Do you want to see it without the light on? Let's turn the light off again. There, see? Just looks pretty normal. It really is beautiful foundation. I think those tips helped, like using your fingers and then using a sponge afterwards. So, all right. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.